Hi, and welcome back to Casey's Corner. This week, I'd like to discuss literature. We all have a general understanding of the fact that we should be reading to children, but does our thinking go beyond that? Today, I will discuss 3 key concepts that we implement in the classroom and that you can implement at your own home with your children. The first concept is choosing quality literature. You'd first like to take into consideration the characters. Ideally, they'll have more than one dimension, meaning they go through character development and growth. The other is your setting. Ideally, it will be a familiar setting, but it can also introduce an unfamiliar environment. You also would like the book to have an appropriate theme. The concept and theme should be age appropriate and relevant to the children. The book should also offer diversity. By this means it should reflect various cultures and have positive attitudes of all people. Integrity. The literature should reflect positive and respectful attitudes for all. It can generate emotions or stimulate the imagination. The book should have an organization, so they should flow, be coherent, and be clear and logical. The style. They can include a range of styles from rhyme, rhythm, alliteration, onomatopoeia, nonsense words. The possibilities are endless. Also, the illustrations. The illustrations should be aesthetically pleasing and elaborate on the story, continue the story. The second key concept I'd like to discuss is book-related activities and the value of books. According to Machado, the author of the Early Childhood Education Experiences in Language Arts, literacy research shows that preschoolers who read to and enjoy the process have a higher success rate in reading and throughout the early years of elementary school. What this means is reading is really important, but it's not just the reading of the book itself, it's the activities that follow, that bring the book to life, have meaning. Because of this, intentional teaching is of the utmost importance. Reading can be thought of as the first step. After reading, teachers and adults as a whole should ask themselves a series of questions. Is this book relevant to their lives, to their interests? How can I bring this book to life? How can I extend it further than just this book reading? What can follow the story time? These questions will promote thought and creativity to be able to bring that book to life and extend it further. The third key concept that I would like to discuss is the choosing of books. Listening to children, you'll be able to determine their interests and what's most appropriate for them. Depending on their age and stage of development, you'll choose different books. Similarly, the books will vary according to the intention the adult has. So, what is the purpose for you reading a specific book, or reading a book at all for that matter? Perhaps the young toddler is exhibiting a strong interest in the alphabet. This would demonstrate to the teacher this is an ideal time to find text rich in the alphabet concept and that promote print awareness. Alternatively, you may be aware of life issues going on, such as fear, grief, pain, questions. These can be stemming from a new baby, divorce, death, and other forms of trauma. Bibliotherapy means book therapy. There's books that offer relief, therapeutic relief, for children going through various traumas in their lives. These forms of literature can offer a sense of support, reassurance, and understanding. Dr. Paul, author of A Book is a Child's Companion, understands the relationship between children and books and stresses the endless possibilities that are brought when reading to children. And that's why it's so important to keep all of these 3 concepts in mind when reading to children. As you can see, there's a lot more going on than just reading, if you take a little bit more time and consideration into choosing the books and the process that goes along with it. Thanks, and I'll see you next week at Casey's Corner.